Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today we are playing some ARK Survival Evolved Mobile Edition. Now, you can see I have a pile of stuff behind me, and that's because I was throwing a few things away, but you can also see that we have this cooking pot set up, and a tap here, and all of this is because today we are going to tame a Pteranodon. It's gonna be great, guys. Like, we are finally gonna hit the flyer tier of stuff. We are level 38, as you can kind of see up at the top of the screen there. And that means we can officially make a Pteranodon Saddle, which I've gone ahead and learned the engram for. It's right there. I do believe we have all of the materials for it inside the workshop. And because we're taming Pteranodons, we need to make some Dodo Kibble. So in this cooking pot, I have a couple of the ingredients already ready to go. And actually, Spiky here is carrying a few more of them right there. Yeah, it's gonna be great, guys. So Dodo Kibble is gonna tame these things up so much faster. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be really good. I'm super excited about it. We'll go ahead and light that just to get it burning. And we'll take these. Now we should have enough stuff to craft 6 Dodo Kibble, if I'm not mistaken. Unless that carrot expires a little too soon, because we do have 6 dodo eggs right now. Either way, though, Dodo Kibble is going to tame a Pteranodon a lot faster than it would tame normally. And I do believe I have a soothing bomb. I won't use it unless we get like a really good Pteranodon, just because we're not quite to where we can get soothing bombs from caves yet. So I'd like to save as much amber as we can by not purchasing soothing bombs at this time. Alright, we'll go ahead and take this out. So we have 1 kibble made. And we'll just refill these water tanks as we go here. So now the trick with Dodo Kibble is that if you look on the wiki, the recipe calls for long grass, which is like the corn-shaped vegetable. But on mobile, they've actually switched the recipe so that it's made with rock carrots, which you don't need a farm to get rock carrots. You can just go out and hit a bunch of bushes with a trike or any berry gatherer, and eventually you will get some rock carrots, which is great because it actually means that you can make Dodo Kibble before you set up any crop plots, which is probably going to be the next building project that we do, is setting up a bit of a greenhouse somewhere out here. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the greenhouse build. I will need to do quite a bit of gathering before we can craft all that stuff up. If I'm not mistaken, the greenhouse structures, whoop, there we go, are, yes, okay. So the first greenhouse structures are learned at level 42. So we're not too far away, which is great because the Pteranodon's going to let us go collect a lot of crystal. It'll take a while since we'll have to make a lot of trips, but we'll use that crystal to make greenhouse walls and things, and then we will set up a bit of a greenhouse structure, and it's going to be really great. Whoops, I let that go a little long. Go ahead and refill these. Alright, it is a little tedious cooking with a cooking pot instead of like an industrial cooker, which I have been using on the multiplayer servers lately, so this is a little bit rough, but it does work pretty well, and you can even leave most of the ingredients in there because the fiber and the mejo berries are required for pretty much every type of kibble that you make. Yeah, but it's good. So we've got raptor kibble as well. We'll have trike kibble, I believe, and moss chops kibble, and I believe this is a female, so we may at some point have iguanodon kibble as well, which I can't remember what iguanodon kibble is used for. But it's gonna be good, guys. Like, we're gonna have enough creatures on this particular game that we won't need to use crafting stations very much, if ever, which is kind of the goal. I would like to play a slightly more like vanilla style ARK, just to kind of show off like the original features of the game as well. And then we can save the amber for like the fun stuff. Like maybe we'll actually be able to do base decorations and things like that from the store. Alright, let's go ahead and put out the fire there. I'm going to eat that just because otherwise it will expire, and everything else is kind of okay where it is. Alright, so now let's go ahead and make the saddle. I think most of my chitin and keratin is in here. It's been a bit of a struggle. So the chitin and the keratin is the hardest part to gather for crafting a Pteranodon saddle early on in the game. Just because you don't always kill that many bugs. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so now we have a saddle. I'll go ahead and transfer all that back over. I wish it had used the keratin before the chitin. That's alright, though. Okay, guys, so we have... Yes, we have everything we need to go and tame a Pteranodon. We have the saddle, we have the kibble, we have all the things. So, we are going to head out and start searching for a Pteranodon, and I will bring you guys back when we find one that we are going to try to tame. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Okay guys, we are back. This Pteranodon is level 75. Now that is not the best level. Passive, make sure that's on passive. But it's definitely good enough for a starter Pteranodon. There's really not that many in the area. Well, now that I say that, I see two more. I found a level 5 and a level 15 earlier. And the first Pteranodon that we get doesn't have to be great. It just has to be good enough to ride. So that's going to be a thing. We have this Pteranodon here, and we are going to tame it up, and oh, I really hope that this is enough kibble. If it's not, we have some meat as well. I could starve tame it, but I'm always a little bit hesitant about that, and it can take... it takes just as long to starve tame as it does to regular tame, and it doesn't really add any more effectiveness in terms of how well the creature does. So we'll go ahead and give it the meat too. Alright, this is going to take quite a while, unfortunately. But it will eat the Dodo Kibble. It will go pretty quick, and then we'll have ourselves a lovely little Pteranodon. I absolutely love it. Look at his little face. He's so cute. I love those green stripes on the gray. That looks really good. Right. Oh, and while I've got you guys here, we need to rename the Direwolf. So I did ask for name suggestions in the last video, and we got a lot of really, really good suggestions. But one of them in particular made me laugh. And I want to give a shout out to that person for suggesting Iguana 2.0. Because that was a really great name suggestion, and I did get a kick out of it. But we are actually going to name this particular wolf after one of our viewers, Fierce Wolf, who has been watching for a long time, has been really active in stream chats, and has been repeatedly asking to get wolves named after him. And so I thought it was time. We finally named a wolf after Fierce Wolf. So there it is. We have our little Fierce Wolf, and it is fierce. And it is a great friend. So it will be hanging out with us. And yeah, thank you everyone so much for all the name suggestions. There were so many good ones. And I feel like I should tame more wolves just so that we can name them all after the suggestions people had. Alright, this is going to take a nice long time. Unfortunately, I don't have any narcotics, which is going to be kind of an issue. That was like the one thing I forgot to bring. Are there any jellyfish? There are no jellyfish. Hopefully, that could be a problem. Hopefully the kibble works really, really well. Otherwise, we may actually be in trouble here. I might have time to run back to base before this thing tames up, but it could actually... There could be issues with that. Sometimes if you leave an area in the solo game, a creature that you're taming will despawn, which is not good. And I don't want that to happen to our little Pteranodon here. Now, I wonder... Yes, okay, so there's still the issue of feeding it the narco berries. You can't feed carnivores narco berries. It switches the taming food. I feel like that's a bug, but it hasn't been fixed, and that has been that way since the beta, so I don't know if that is an intended mechanic or not at this point. I kind of think it's not, because on PC you can definitely feed narco berries to creatures to keep them unconscious, even to carnivores, so that should be a thing on the mobile game, and I really don't know why they chose not to include it if they haven't fixed it by now, or maybe they just, I don't know. Maybe it's not a bug. Maybe they did it on purpose, but I don't know why they would. Seems like it just makes the game a little bit harder for no reason. All right. Is it almost done here? One bite. All right, 35%. Okay, so we will be okay on the unconscious timer, especially if I occasionally feed it an extra narco berry. It doesn't help a lot, but it helps a little. Yeah, and it should only take 2 more kibbles. So I'm going to go ahead and take 3 kibble back. If I'm doing my math right. Yes. Okay, so it should only take 3 kibble to tame up this Pteranodon, which won't be too much longer. So I'll just bring you guys back when this Pteranodon is up and we are ready to take it out for a test flight. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, we are back, and this Pteranodon is just about to take its last bite. Finally. It's been a little bit of time, not too terribly long. There we go. Now as you can see, it is nighttime, so I do have bright night on just so that we can see a little bit. Oh my gosh guys, I'm excited. So it's a level 112 Pteranodon. It did only take 3 kibble without a bomb, which is not too bad. Now it actually has decent stamina to begin with. It actually has really good melee, but Pteranodon's melee is not known for being very important to begin with. I wish we could pick up the wolf, take it back to base. It'll probably be okay here. I will probably have the wolf follow me back to base at some point, but it should be safe in this particular area for a little while anyway. So, oh my gosh, guys, it feels good to be back in the air. It feels good to be in the air on the solo game in general, because we have been flying around on all of the other games, but here we've been kind of confined to the ground. So it'll be nice to be able to like fly outside of the hidden lake to collect resources and things. All right, stay there, fierce wolf. Stay there. So I figured what we would do is we may actually fly ourselves up to the top of Far's Peak here. Just in case you guys are wondering, we tamed the Pteranodon just across the beach there in that area. And we're just flying across the river because we need crystal. Shoot, it's cold up here. It's always cold up here, but if we can go really quickly, we might be okay. So I need crystal because, one, I need to build greenhouses, so hopefully that will be a thing in the near future here, but mostly I need crystal because I need a spyglass, guys. It is really hard to check levels of creatures if you don't have a spyglass. So, is there an invisible rock here I'm not seeing? There must be. I'm stuck. Okay, we'll go up this way. There we go. That does it. Alright, so, don't follow me. Okay, we're good. So there are tons of crystals up on the top of this particular mountain, and luckily, with a Pteranodon, it's actually relatively easy to get up here and harvest them. So now we have lots of little crystals. I love it. We do need to be careful of weight, since the Pteranodon does have pretty low weight. Yeah, very low weight. Yeah, we're still fast enough. It's a little slow, but we're fast enough. So we do have... Yeah, we do have 50 crystal now, which is amazing. So we should be able to craft a spyglass. Oh, it feels good, guys. It feels really, really good. I'm so excited. The spyglass has been a long time coming. So for anyone who's been really curious about kind of where the hidden lake is, it's this nice little like piece of land that kind of sticks out in the upper right-hand corner of the map. So where my beds are there, that's the hidden lake. And it's pretty great. I really like the area. I'm super excited to start building there. We have a little bit of a workshop up, but I want to build a greenhouse next. And then I want to start gathering the materials for a really big build. I don't expect it to be in the next like couple of weeks. Like I expect it to take me quite a bit of time to set up that next build. And I'm okay with that because I want it to be good, and so I want to make sure I'm doing it the best way possible. Ugh, I'm happy to be on a Pteranodon, so happy. But now that we have the crystal, I kind of... actually, I'm going to have the Pteranodon carry the crystal for me. Yeah, be my friend. and I'm going to have it follow me. So we're going to take it back to base. You stop. You don't need to follow me. Yeah, okay. So I'll take it back to base this way. It should be pretty easy. There we go. Just so that I can get the wolf back. And while we're going back, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit. So what's really cool is that in the near future, Wardrum is planning to add private servers. So because private server rentals are going to be added to the mobile game, I am going to start a few fan servers. I will start 3 servers. 2 of these servers are going to be free. One will be PvP and one will be PvE. One of these servers is going to be my main series. It will have highly adjusted rates that will be better for like breeding and gathering and all of that. So basically I'm going to make the rates as close to my preferred settings as possible so that we can actually make some progress in terms of like getting mutations and things, which I really, really love to do on the ARK game in general. Oh my gosh. All the dillos are just like everywhere. Hold still so I can eat you. There we go. Alright, so the thing about these private servers, the most important thing is that the one that will be my main series is not going to be free to access because that will just be too many players on one server. So I have to limit access. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up a Patreon account, and that will be linked in the video description down below. And if you guys want to play on the Patreon server on the main series with me, you can join the Patreon. You will have access to that server. It will be a $5 a month pledge for now. I may adjust that depending on how many people can or want to join. But I'm really hoping that it goes over really well. I'm like super, super excited about this. I hope that people want to join because the Patreon funds will go directly to keeping those 3 servers running. And additionally, people who play on the Patreon will get to play with me quite a lot, actually. I may even tribe up with people. We'll kind of see how that goes. And even if I don't tribe up with you, like, I will be able to interact with you more because I will be on that server quite a bit compared to how I was on public servers. I do plan to be more on and more present on a private server just because it's actually easier now that I won't have quite so many people on there. It'll be a little easier to like manage and talk to people. So I'm really excited about that. Plus you'll get a special role on the Discord, and maybe there will be future rewards for Patreons in the future. Not really sure how I'm going to do all that yet. But yeah, you guys should check that out if you're interested, and it's going to be fun. Either way, there will be a free server for you to access, and I will be playing on those, so you will still get to play with me if you are interested in joining my private servers at all. You will get to play with me. So I really hope to see you all on those. All right, come on, little Pteranodon. Ugh. The stamina on this wolf is, it's not great. We do need a better wolf. That's going to be a thing that we go and get at some point. There we go. Oh man, I'm just so excited that we have a faster way to get around the island, guys. I can't even. It's so useful. It's so, so useful. And I'm really excited to be able to get the greenhouse up and going here. That should be in the next couple of episodes. We'll see. They're pretty expensive in terms of metal and in terms of crystal, so it'll take a lot of trips back and forth with the Pteranodon, but I think it's doable. I think we could get that going soon. Oh, they're so fast. Stop. There we go. Alright, let's go park it over here so that it's nice and close. There we go. Oh, he looks really good. I really like this Pteranodon. I like the way it looks. I like the gray. I like the green. Yeah, I think it looks amazing. So, if you guys have name suggestions for the Pteranodon, I was trying to open the inventory. If you have name suggestions for the Pteranodon, please do let me know in the comments down below. That's going to be super helpful. And in the meantime, I'm just going to start stocking up crystal and trying to get more metal going, because I think we need more metal. Yeah, we need more metal. We're down to a pretty low amount that will not build anything. So, that's what this guy will be for, is gathering a whole bunch of materials, and if we find a better Pteranodon while we're out and about, I will tame it. I do have some Dodo Kibble left. I will be getting more Dodo Kibble from Little Dodo Head here, and it's really easy to make. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to get like at least one really good Pteranodon that we keep for the entire series, since we do have 50 tame slots to use. And yeah, we have plenty of space left, guys. We can tame a ton of stuff, which I'm super happy about. I really love being able to tame everything. Hi, Milway. Alright. So, guys, I do think that is going to do it for today's episode. If you did find yourself enjoying it at any point, please do remember to hit that like button. Links to social media are in the video description down below. And if you want to see more content like this, you can, of course, subscribe. Don't forget to check out that Patreon link in the video description. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana.